Welcome back, Wolfpack. Verlis here, and this is how to use Hypno. So you're getting sleepy, you're feeling very relaxed, and you want to hit the like button. Just saying. On top of that, down with Smogon, fight the power. Anyway, look at Hypno's base stats. It's really kind of awkward when you look at them because when you this Pokemon has a lot of weird strengths and weaknesses. That it has 85 hit points, which is strong, 115 special defense, which is really good, but on top of that, it doesn't have a lot of special attack to capitalize on it, and generally as psychic type Pokemon, you want to have that special attack bulk, you don't want to waste too much time, and with the 70 in the defense, it makes it a kind of interesting Pokemon that, you know, it can be a strong defensive Pokemon, but takes time to set up, but you're very vulnerable while setting up. It also has a mid-range speed, which means you might want to put it on Trick Room, or you have to make it work out in other ways for that to happen. Top of that, we have Psychic type, just pure Psychic type on Hypno. So we've seen this one before. You have 3 weaknesses, Bug, Ghost, Dark. Fortunately, they aren't incredibly common. You'll run into Dark and Ghost sometimes, but not Bug too often. Your resistances are Fighting and Psychic. Top of that, a lot of neutral hits, so it is an alright defensive typing, and it's okay on the super effective kind of hits when you're looking at it. So offensively and defensively, you don't really gain much, but you don't lose too much as well. Hopping into Pokemon Showdown to try to get Hypno to work. It's a really weird Pokemon that its moveset is very eclectic and kind of can work if it had different stats in different places. Like Hypno could be a brilliant physical attacker because it gets all the elemental punches, has a lot of really cool like moveset opportunities on the physical side, but its physical attack is incredibly low, so that's just very unfortunate right there. On top of that, I was just thinking, you know, you can go with a Calm Mind Wish set, that it does have Wish, so instead of having to force yourself into a rest on some kind of defensive setup, you can use Wish Protect with Calm Mind, with Leftovers, and you can get pretty tanky on just a pure, like, defensive setup that you go max out the hit points, max out the defense, even though your special defense is higher and you'd be getting more out of it than with the, putting your nature into the defense. With the special defense nature, you know, by taking away all that defense by going with a calm nature, you're losing out on a good amount that you would probably need, because since you're using Calm Mind, those extra points in special defense, you're going to be boosting them up really high anyway, so you might as well get all the defense where you can, when you can. On top of that, you could go with the Calm Nature because Hypno does get Barrier. Now, Barrier would make you a lot more vulnerable since you don't have a protection and your heal is delayed a turn, so it could set you back, but on top of that, you know, now your defense is going to be going up really high. You can put the extra points into your special defense, and pretty much you can play what you need. That if they have a physical attacker, Barrier Wish, and then you can Barrier Wish until you're ready to start Calm Minding, and you can actually get a lot of strength right there. Or if it's special defense, you already have a really high natural special defense, so that Calm Mind is going to be very good for you. And then we can also put Dazzling Gleam as a move, mostly because, you know, Fairy has good coverage, and because if you're trying to use any kind of psychic moves, while you are getting that stab bonus, if it is a dark type Pokemon, your whole setup is wasted. So you can have Psychic or Psy Shock, it's just a lot riskier than Dazzling Gleam, so food for thought on that one right there. And what I was thinking, like, Hypno does have some good defensive tanky value, because if we compare it to Pachirisu, you know, the VGC World Champion Pachirisu that is just a hero to everything. It has 60 base hit points, same on the defense, and lower special defense. And with that, Sejun Park, he actually went for the Bold Nature, I believe. So he had the defensive boost, and he went 252, 252, and had some really good tankiness all around. So with this, you're actually getting that special defense, and you can go back to the Protect with the Bold Nature. And it just shows that Hypno does have some good residual tankiness that it can use. And even if you want to go that much, you can use the Citrus Berry. That you get less health over a long period of time, but you get that burst health where you need it. That the Citrus Berry, on top of the first Calm Mind or Barrier, might give you enough health to survive that Wish, which gives you more time to set up. So you can also do the Citrus Berry idea as well. Top of that, I was thinking you could maybe even use Hypno in double battles as a Trick Room Pokemon. Problem is, Hypnosis, like, it's so unfortunate that Hypno is the characteristic trademark Hypnosis Pokemon, but Hypnosis is such an unreliable move with that 60% accuracy. Back in Diamond Pearl, it had 70%, but that was too problematic, so it dropped down to 60% for later generations, and it's just a really tough one to use. That you could go with the Wide Lens, but that's only a 10% boost, so it's only 66% accuracy, and that's still less than a lot of moves, still very unreliable. If you go with the Zoom Lens, which does boost it to 1.2, it's a lot better to have it at that 72%, but then it's really weird with the Trick Room because Zoom Lens only works if you're moving after the target. So it kind of takes away from your Trick Room setup. Other than that, you can just go leftovers, citrus berry, lum berry, some kind of item that will give you sustain and some form of health, or just utility overall. Then the idea is, you can Trick Room, Hypnosis, and have like whatever other Pokemon on your side, being very beneficial with Trick Room and another Trick Room Pokemon, and then you can make it work from there. I could see it working with maybe even a Gothitelle or a Pokemon using Calm Mind as well, because Hypno does get Psych Up, so I mean if you could Psych it up, get some stats, throw down the Psyshock, throw down the Psychic, you can also have Dazzling Gleam, because Dazzling Gleam hits both Pokemon in doubles. So I mean if you Psych up 2 stages, use a strong Dazzling Gleam, you could have some good strength there while under Trick Room, or with the Hypnosis. And if you do have the Zoom Lens, you could also maybe just put a Psychic here while having, or actually Dazzling Gleam while having the Psychic type move. You are slower, but even if you're not using the Trick Room, you can bring it in as a Psych Up Pokemon. There's a lot of weird things that you can do with Hypno. This is what I mean about its moveset being very eclectic, in that it has a lot of different parts that can build into different things depending on the moveset. Or you could just, throw away the Hypnosis altogether, not have to worry about the lenses or anything, and then make you a Trick Room Pokemon. Anyway, so a lot of cool, crazy things that you can do right here. If you're using Psych Up, it's best to bring Hypno on like the later turns as a third Pokemon. That way, as the stats are coming in, you can really go, alright, I can get some defense, I might even be able to get something else like special defense. Try to play it on those strengths, and you should have a good doubles Pokemon for Hypno. And on top of that, I was thinking gimmicky, single set, Foul Play, Swagger, Trick Room, Wish. So you set up your Trick Room, you go Swagplay, and then you have Wish Sustain with the leftovers or Citrus Berry, and then you just get to troll your opponent from there with a Hypno. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video. That's how you use Hypno. Now you will enjoy the rest of the day, because Hypnosis!